up, wake up, wake up. It's the Flow Show, no filter. Back for another episode. I see everybody in here. Let's like the live as you come in. Let's get this thing started. Y'all know how we gotta start it off. One. Put a one in the chat. You hear me?
Yeah, it's the Flow Show.
Put a one in the chat if you hear the music.
No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Flow Show, baby. Giving you these thoughts, views, and opinions, making sure backsides covered, no diddy. Shout out to the Wake and Bakers and the Coffee Crew. From YouTube to Spotify, I love all my subscribers. Can't forget about the trolls in the comments. Thank you for putting extra eyes on the content. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in.
Swan.
We got to talk about this Epstein blender. Good morning, Grandma Kathy, the chocolate one, Enigma, Epstein blender, Desi. Good morning, C Tuck. What's up, my bro, Desi, James, Desi, C Tuck, Ella, Enoch. We all in the building. Sylvia Mills. Hey, I got family. What's up, cousin? Keisha Marie. What if I told you? I got family in there. Sylvia Mills. Hey, Miss Mills. Y'all know I'm a Mills. For y'all that didn't know, I'm a Mills. Vanita, Belton, Candy, Sue. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. Come on in here. Jay-Z on the run. This Epstein file has got people going crazy. Janelle says, I enjoy your dialogue. Keep the tea coming. I got you. I got you. Good morning, Teresa. Now, what I call the Epstein blender is that everybody getting involved in this Epstein. Wait, can y'all hear me? Let me make sure y'all can hear me. Okay, making sure y'all can hear me on YouTube. Y'all can hear me on YouTube, right? Let me make sure before I crank this thing up that y'all can hear me on YouTube. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me on YouTube. I know earlier I had muted it because I had the theme song playing. All right, cool. So we can hear me. Facebook, at this moment, we are going out to Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Apple, Spotify, YouTube. all the platforms is getting today's too. It's piping hot. Now, you got a pocket of people that are so caught up in celebrity world that they act like victims don't even exist. And what I mean by that is, you got a pocket of people who get mad at people like me for bringing and amplifying messages where victims, women and children and some men have been victimized. See, this Epstein list is just a story to a lot of y'all. This Epstein files is just a trending topic to a lot of y'all. But for people like me, the Epstein files is a tragic story that involves a lot of victims who have been silenced, who have been harassed, and allegedly some of them have been unalived. So when you come in talking about, why are we talking about this? You should be talking about Trump, or you should be talking about this or that. See, you don't give a shit about victims. I do. So you look at people like me reporting about what allegedly Jay-Z is caught up in. We know Diddy. We know we hear Trump, Bill Clinton, Bill Gates. It's a lot of names. Elon Musk. I don't know. I wasn't there. But see, while y'all trying to protect the celebrities, mad at people like me for bringing the truth, my job is to protect the victim. So I don't give a fuck what you say or if you get upset or why you bringing down why you bringing down these celebrities and tearing down these. What the fuck do you mean? Do you give a shit about victims? I'm here for the people. So if you're not down for the people, you on the wrong fucking platform. That ain't my fault. I don't make no bones about it. I am here to help and amplify the message of the people because they need it. We need it. I don't give a damn. I'm not here to protect celebrities. So going on my platform saying stuff like, man, why are you talking about them? These people, you don't know these people. Listen. If I don't speak up and amplify these messages for the victims, nobody gonna do it. CNN ain't gonna do it. MSNBC ain't gonna do it. TMZ ain't gonna do it. But I'm gonna do it. So this is to all those trolls coming on my page with your butt hurt because I'm up here amplifying messages and letting everybody know what's going on. It's not always about black and white. It's about famous and not famous. It's about elite, money, and power, and the regular people. That is the battle. I'm reporting on Jay-Z because he is one of the most famous men to walk the earth. He makes a handsome living because he has fans and people like us who care about what he does, good and bad. So if you are one of the most famous people to walk the earth and you had a cup of coffee with Epstein, we want to know why. That's how it goes when you're famous. If you're famous, and you had a cup of coffee one day with Epstein, we want to know why. Why we want to know why? Because women and children have been violated and this man orchestrated. Give a damn about black and white. We're talking about children being violated sexually. And it's not allegedly. His right-hand woman, Ghislaine Maxwell, is in prison for this shit. So we know it's been done. So pardon me if everybody who sniffed Epstein, we want to know what the hell you was doing. Don't get mad at us. If somebody violate my son or my daughter, you think I give a damn what the fuck color they are? Whether they black, white, brown, green, fuchsia, olive, they ass got smoke coming their way. You got independent journalists like me trying to amplify stories for these victims who have been victimized. We don't know who did what. We just trying to get to the bottom of it. And you want to be mad at us, and you want to take up for billionaires that don't even have to wipe their own ass. They don't need your help. We talking about victims who barely got a pot to piss in and getting sexually violated and nobody gave a fuck for years. That's what we here for. If you coming in here to stand up for celebrities who don't even have to wipe their own ass and got the whole world at the palm of their hands, well, you in the wrong fucking place. Because that ain't what I do here. Now, Jay-Z name get mentioned. I love Jay-Z my whole life. I don't want this shit to be true, but if I'm going to be who I am, I got to bring the news as it comes. It don't look right. Okay, let's recap. Jay-Z's name comes up in the Epstein files. Jay-Z name came up in the Diddy files. Jay-Z name came up in the Harvey Weinstein files. We want to know what the hell is going on, and ain't nothing wrong with that. And one thing I'm paying attention to, y'all, is the fact that when this Diddy stuff was happening, Jay-Z was coming out. He had smoke for everybody. He came out, he was outspoken. He said he didn't, he was innocent. He was willing to fight it. He went at the lawyers. He went at anybody. He went at Piers Morgan. He went at anybody who had something to say. But when his name came up in the Epstein files, all I hear is crickets. To contrast that, before I continue on Jay-Z's ass, we just trying to get to the bottom of it. Russell Wilson, his name came up in the Epstein files. You know what Russell Wilson did? Probably a half a millisecond after his name came up in the Epstein files, he dropped a post and shut it all down immediately. Russell Wilson said, "Not today, Satan." Because they said that Russell Wilson tried to buy Epstein's, Jeffrey Epstein's plane. Russell Wilson came out immediately and said, "Look, I was looking for a plane. It was a random plane broker. I didn't know it was even Epstein's plane. Never met the man, never knew the man, never was around the man. and he said, "Thank God." And he went on back to his life. And guess what that did? That shut the story down. Ain't nobody talking about Russell Wilson because he immediately came out and say, "Hey, nope," and explained exactly what it was. So we don't have to, it ain't up to our interpretation. It's just up to us whether we believe him or not. That's how you handle shit like this. You don't sit back and not say shit and then expect us not to speculate. All we care about is the kids and women and some men who were violated. That's all we care about. I don't give a damn about your celebrity feelings. Fuck your feelings. We trying to get to the bottom of this shit. But I need more of y'all to be like Russell Wilson. Y'all know the news coming out before we hear it. I'm sure before the Epstein files dropped and Jay-Z names was mentioned, I'm sure he already knew. At least days before, if not weeks before. So take a page out of Russell Wilson's book and drop a fucking statement. Or leave it for us to figure out what's going on. And now you mad at us. Because some of the stuff we say might not be right. It might be right, but we don't know because you ain't saying shit. You can't, C. Tuck said, sometimes even silence is consent. Yeah, you want to sit back, Jay-Z, you can't be quiet. We just had the Grammys. And I looked it up before I posted it. Jay-Z and Beyonce have been at the last three, at least three. I didn't even look past the last 3 Grammys. But at least the last 3 Grammy shows, Jay-Z, big head ass, and Beyonce was there front and center. And not only front and center, talking shit. But then this year at the Grammys, after the Epstein files done dropped, we don't see no Jay-Z or Beyonce. That shit makes me wonder. Like I said, I looked up and made sure that they were at the last 3 Grammys shows before I even let my mind wander. And once I looked up and said, Jay-Z was at the 25 Grammys, he was at the 2024 Grammys, and him and Beyonce was at the 2023 Grammys. Now, I didn't even look back farther. They probably was at the other ones too. I didn't even go back that far. But they wasn't at this Grammys. And they'll say, and you got some people that'll say, oh, well, they wasn't at this Grammy because they wasn't nominated. Bullshit. Whether nominated or not, their ass has been there, and I'm going to prove it to you. But before I even go there, Kendrick Lamar was set to break Jay-Z's record at this Grammy. You mean to tell me, Mr. Jay-Z, the ambassador to hip-hop, the one who always showing up when when it come to hip-hop and rap, shit, he does the NFL. He put the hip-hop and rap shows together for the NFL. Mr. Hip-Hop. You mean to tell me you're not going to be at the Grammys on the day that Kendrick Lamar is set to break your record of the rapper with the most Grammys? You mean to tell me that ain't big enough, a good enough reason for Mr. Jay-Z to be at the Grammys? I don't think so. I think he should have been there or would have been there. But he didn't want any questions. I don't think he wanted any questions. Good morning, Michelle Brown from Boston. Good morning, Michelle Brown from Boston, Massachusetts. I got a lot of fans and supporters in Boston. Much love to all my people in Boston. Now back to the Flow Show No Filter, which is every Monday through Friday at 8:30 a.m. You can catch me on Facebook. You can catch me on Apple, and Spotify at any time. But if you want to catch the show live at 8:30, catch me on YouTube, Flow Daddy Flow. Let's get back into this. Oh, Flow, they say Flow, you tearing down the black man. I'm not. So if I'm tearing down the black man, what do you call with these black men that I'm talking about? What do you call whatever the hell they did to these victims? Y'all told me I was tearing down the black man when I was covering Diddy. Now his ass is in whole ass federal prison. So what did he do then? So what do you call what he did? Y'all refuse to even think about the fact that a lot of these victims, majority of these victims are black. Oh, but we ain't supposed to speak up for people who ain't got no money or no celebrity. We only supposed to preserve celebrities. We only supposed to preserve the people who got money. Fuck the victims, huh? Because if that victim was your daughter, your mama, your sister, you wouldn't give a damn about what color nobody was. I look out for my people, but I look out, my heart is with the regular folk because there's a void there. People don't give a fuck about regular people no more. I do. The celebrities don't need my help. They don't even have to scratch their own behind. They're fine. They got all the money in the world. They got everybody in the world kissing their butt. They can pay off police. They can pay off judges. They buy their way out of this. They pay their way out of that. They fine. They don't need me. And they also don't need y'all raggedy ass trolls in the comments sleeping on people's couch eating Doritos all day. They don't really need y'all, but y'all don't give a shit about victims. The only victims a lot of these people care about are celebrity victims. I talk about Trump. I talk about Elon Musk. I talk about Harvey Weinstein. I've got pages banned behind talking about Epstein. A couple years ago, I was talking about Epstein. I don't care. Whoever needs to get this smoke, gonna get this smoke. That is who I am. I got my best friend, Pastor Brantley, in the building, y'all, on YouTube. Everybody say what's up to Pastor Darnell Brantley. My Facebook family. He said, hey, Don. Okay, so I got a Shaker in here, too. What's up, Don? Go Raiders. Congratulations to Andre Griffin for becoming Shaker football coach. But let me get back to this. You know I got to shout out my people when I see them in the building, y'all. See, because them same trolls who ain't got a pot to piss in, but they trying to stand up for these billion-dollar celebrities, guess what? When them fucking trolls need help and they need their message amplified, guess who they gonna call? They gonna call motherfuckers like me. Y'all can't even, y'all trolls, y'all can't even call Jay-Z. Jay-Z wouldn't piss on y'all if y'all ass was on fire. But y'all in my comments standing up and protecting him. If you go try to get some help from Jay-Z and you see him in person, security gonna tackle your ass. If you even get within 20 feet of Jay-Z. But you wanna get mad and try to stand up for somebody who don't need you. But when you need help, it's gonna be somebody like me that's gonna say, you know what? This is a travesty. This is a tragic that is. I feel bad that this happened to you, but I'm gonna use my platform to bring awareness to it, and I got your back. Jay-Z not gonna tell you that. I swear to God, you trolls are not the sharpest knives in the drawer. Y'all ain't the brightest light bulb in the pack. Sometimes I just feel like y'all don't know no better. What's up, Desi? What's up, Grandma Kathy? Russell Wilson came out immediately and shut that shit down. He said, "Oh, no, no, no." He said, don't be, you ain't getting me caught up in these damn Epstein files. And he shut it down so quick, a lot of people don't even know that Russell Wilson's name came up. You know why a lot of people don't know? Because the minute the story got started, Russell Wilson shut it down. He didn't go into hiding like Jay-Z. Now we got people saying that Jay-Z, done left the country. Russell Wilson shut that. I'm about to find what he said. Hey, Jay-Z, and he been quiet. That ain't my fault. Jay-Z, come out and say something. This the Epstein file. This ain't Tiddlywinks. This ain't the Billboard Hot 100. This is the Epstein files. Your name was listed. We need to hear your explanation. You can't just sit back in the cut, not show up at the Epstein. At the Epstein. Not show up at the. You don't show up at the Grammys. You ain't saying nothing. You don't get to just do that, and then we supposed to just say, "Oh yeah, that's bullshit. Jay-Z ain't do nothing." We don't know. We don't know what the fuck you did, Jay-Z, or didn't do. Your ass better say something. Don't get mad at. Here go, Russ. This how you come out when you're a celebrity and your name get caught up in some bullshit. This is how you come out. Russell Wilson. They said that Russell Wilson was trying to buy Epstein's plane. Russell Wilson dropped it immediately. He said, "Nope, absolutely not. Not today, Satan." He said, "Some random plane broker tried to sell me a plane. I had no idea whose plane and never bought the plane. Never talked nor never met the man. Thank God." Story put to bed. I need some more of y'all celebrities to be like Russell Wilson, but I think y'all can't be like Russell Wilson because y'all ass guilty. That's what it looked like to me. Because I tell you something, if they say, if my name came up in that Epstein, my name came up, it wouldn't be 2 seconds for you see me drop a paragraph and explaining that shit and putting that shit right to bed. You can't swag and be all in your, because you didn't do that. Jay-Z, you didn't do that with Diddy. You came out with guns blazing on that story about the 13-year-old girl that said you and Diddy did something to her. And I guess in your mind, you knew you hadn't did it or whatever. But you came out guns blazing, Jay-Z. You came out ready to sue everybody. To the point where Jay-Z said, if you think it's true, why don't you make it criminal? Oh, he was talking hella shit. Remember, he called out Piers Morgan. He went at Tony Busby. He actually countersued Tony Busby. And I'm like, okay, this how you let people know you innocent. Now fast forward, your name come up in this Epstein files, talking about you was kicking it with Harvey Weinstein. Eeny weeny steeny with the eeny weeny. And Pusha T, random as hell, but You don't get to just sit back and not say nothing. And if you do sit back and not say nothing, then expect us to figure out and speculate and go back and forth and put and scour the internet and try to figure out what the hell is going on. These celebrities are so quiet, you can hear a cat piss on cotton. 3 million pages, and the only person that came out clearing their name is Mr. Perfect. And that's Russell Wilson. I call him Mr. Perfect because he treats this is what I just from the surface. He treats his wife right. He play with the kids. He be a better father to other people's kids than they are to their own kids. Just a good dude. That's why I call him Mr. Perfect. Nobody's actually perfect, but I think Russell Wilson carries himself for the most part the way you're supposed to carry yourself. From what I see, from the outside looking in, I don't know him, but 3 million pages and about 50. No, I ain't gonna say 50. What was about 10 to 50, 10 to 15 well-known celebrities, maybe 20. And we ain't heard nothing from nobody. That's what got me looking that's what got everybody looking suspicious. That's what got everybody looking suspicious. All this stuff came out and ain't nobody saying nothing. I got my boy C Tuck in the chat. If next week they drop a batch of Epstein files and it says C Tuck was over there with Harvey and Jeffrey Epstein on the island, kicking it, playing spades, I bet you my boy C Tuck could come out and explain what the hell, whether it was a lie or explain why you was there or say something. Because if you don't say something, we all get to say something. Why the hell was you playing spades with Jeffrey Epstein? And reneging and shit. How many books did you get when you was with Jeffrey Epstein? Was you cutting diamonds? Did you have a big joker, the little joker? Or was you lone spades? We want to know every goddamn thing. Don't be laughing, Rhonda. Don't be laughing, Rhonda. Ain't nothing funny. Rhonda over there cracking up. That's how it goes when you are a celebrity. See, you don't get to just get rich off of people and get rich off of fans. You don't get to get rich off of fans because they care about you and they care about what you do. You don't get to do that, get that part of it, but then be mad because we care about this foul shit your ass getting caught up in too. See, it go both ways. The fans take care of you. They love your music. They go pay for your concert tickets. They go see you perform. They buy your merchandise. They take their last of their check and buy y'all high-ass tickets. We go there and we dance and we party. Your album come out, we streaming it. Apple Music taking $10.99 out of our account. Sometimes we might not even have it, and then now we overdraft $10.99 because we streaming y'all damn music. We buying your Rockaware. We asking our mommies and daddies when we young, can you take me to the Jay-Z concert? Yeah, that's all good when it's all good. But then you can't get mad when when our feelings get hurt and we feel like you done did some wrong shit and we want to know what's going on. It go both ways. These celebrities want to suck us dry and then want us to turn a blind eye when they run around being allegedly violating women and children. Where they do that at? Renee says she love how angry you are, Flo. Everyone should be this angry. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't mean to be this angry. It just pisses me off. It just pisses me off. Because people don't use, like, there should be more, there should be more. There should be more. There should be more people who give a fuck. But they don't. But they don't. And that's what pisses me off. And then they get mad at people like me who actually do care. And I was there. Like, I know a lot of these people who have been done wrong by celebrities. See, I know people who've been caught up in the world of the celebrity world and got their ass handed to them by celebrities and they never heard from again. See, I was that person. If it was up to the celebrity world, I would have disappeared and been never heard from again because I didn't want to participate in their little freaky ass reindeer games. See, I was that artist running around, grinding my music, being known, and they looking at me as a piece of meat. But see, you can't eat this piece of meat. I will fuck you up. And so I had to get out of that world. But if it was up to the celebrity world, I would have been drowned or and I'm not saying literally drowned. I'm saying I would be never heard from again because that's what happens to most of the people who get caught up in that mess. But see, me, you not gonna stop me. I got up out of that celebrity world and became a celebrity. I wasn't even trying to become no damn celebrity. I was just trying to amplify victims. Next thing I know, I got a following and all type of shit happened that I was not trying. I didn't give a shit about being famous or even being known. I just want to represent for people who I know have been done wrong. And I know that people don't give a fuck. So that's where my passion comes from. I was a person who wanted to be a rapper and be in music my whole life. I was a signed artist in the early 2000s on magazine covers and touring and running around with 50 Cent, Floyd Mayweather, and all these different celebrities. I did all that. And so I got a chance to peek behind the curtain and be like, this is some bullshit. No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not going there. No, I'm here to push my music. And then I had a lot of friends and associates who were just dog walked by celebrities, used and abused, and kicked to the curb and never heard from again, and nobody gave a damn. Except me. And I'm telling you, so a lot of those celebrities, they hate that I was able to remove myself from that phony ass, freaky ass celebrity world and be the opposite. Be somebody who helping and amplifying the victims' messages and people who be victimized by these creeps. I would love for Jay-Z to be innocent. I would love for Jay-Z to be innocent because you know what that means? That means I can still enjoy his career and his music, and that would mean nobody was violated by him or Beyonce or anything that had to do with him. I would love for that to be true. But it's looking crazy. And we shall see. And like I always say, everybody is innocent until proven guilty. But that don't mean I can't side eye your ass. I definitely believe innocence until proven guilty. I do. But that ain't got no that it don't say nothing about I can't be looking at your ass sideways until that fucking verdict come in. We almost got 200 motherfuckers in here today. Y'all like when I y'all like when I be going off. We all know it's true. That's what I'm saying. And see, that's just me being responsible with my platform. I give y'all my opinion, but I don't make the whole story about my opinion. I just like to give y'all what the hell is going on, so we all can make our own. I don't like to like determine people's opinions or anything like that. So a lot of people in the chat like we know what he did, and that's what I'm saying, and that could be true. Yeah, people don't bother to step up because they're afraid to lose their platform. Yeah, they are. See, I didn't never come in here. I just wanted to. My goal was to just make a little 50,000 follower, maybe at the most 100,000 on one platform. I just wanted to get 100,000 followers on one platform so I could just bring the news and do whatever. Nothing major. And then it turned into what you see now, podcast. Like I said, I got 600,000-700,000 followers. They actually trying to give me my old TikTok page back. That had like almost 400,000 followers. So I don't know if they're gonna give it back to me or not, but they working on it. So, but it's just sad, y'all. It's just sad, and it lets me know what we dealing with when I see the assholes that get mad because we amplifying these victims' messages. A lot of these victim messages have been silenced for 30 years. A lot of these victims haven't been allowed or given a platform to tell their story for 30 years, and y'all still mad? They waited 20 to 30 years to tell some of these stories, and y'all still mad. I don't get it. I don't get it. And let me address another thing they say. Why you all, well, they say stupid shit in my comments like, why you always talking about Jay-Z and Diddy and you ain't talking about this person or that person and you ain't talking about that person. Everybody put their thinking caps on. From the time I started, I talk about and discuss people who are relevant to me, people I know about. I grew up on Jay-Z. I grew up on Diddy. I grew up on R. Kelly. I grew up on all these motherfuckers. You think I ain't gonna talk about them? You want me to talk about people I don't know shit about? I'm not talking about people I don't know shit about. If Justin Timberlake come out with some allegations, I got smoke for his ass. I grew up on Justin Timberlake. See, some of you people got to elevate your mind and quit thinking everything is about fucking race. It's not. Sometimes just use common sense. I'm talking about the people who impacted my life from the time I was born to the day today that you see me. They be like, well, you ain't talking about why you don't talk about the Amber Crombie guy? Y'all don't even know his fucking name. But you want me to talk about him. I did one story on him, but I don't know shit about him. First time I ever heard about him was the day the story broke, and I did do the story to put it out there. But I'm not covering. I don't have no interest in the Abercrombie guy or whatever his name is. And the funny thing is, the people who say shit like that, they don't even know his fucking name. So when you see people talk, realize I'm talking about what comes from my culture. I was going to Jay-Z concerts, Bad Boy concerts. I was listening and buying everything that came out. So when I get older and I'm a grown man and stories come out about allegedly violating kids and children, you think I ain't about to talk about that? What the fuck are we doing here? You think I'm gonna be on here talking about people I don't know shit about? I'm not here for that. I never started like that, and I'm not gonna end like that. It's a lot of platforms. If you want to hear and hear about specific shit, find your platform that fits what you want to hear. Don't come on my platform or other people's platform like me and tell them what they should talk about. How silly do you sound? I made 6 videos a day for damn near 2 years straight, from sun up to sundown, to build my platform from 1 follower to about 700,000 followers now. But it was a time I had no followers. And I woke up at 7 a.m. and started posting stories about local stories. It wasn't even just about celebrity. I was posting and amplifying stories of whatever. Anybody who needed their story amplified, I did it. And I would make like 6 videos a day for fucking 2 years straight. I didn't even have a fucking life. And I built this platform. And I built this platform so I could discuss what I want to discuss. You think I put my blood, sweat, and tears and was cooped up in my apartment in Atlanta for damn near 2 years? You think I did that to have motherfuckers who haven't did one thing to help me? You think I did that so y'all could tell me what to talk about? Are you crazy? I got an idea. You lock yourself in a bedroom for 2 years and make 6 videos a day from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. for 2 years straight. You do that. And then when you done, come over here and I'll tell you what to talk about on your platform. See you in 2 years. It don't bother me. This everybody say it don't bother. Listen, I got 10 videos lined up to drop. It don't bother me, but this is what I built my platform for. I talk about everything. I talk about the stories. I talk about what I go through. It don't bother me one bit. I only say this because there are some, believe it or not, there are some people out here who just misunderstand you. And sometimes you just need to break it down and explain. And you do have some people that'll say, well, damn, I never looked at it like that. That's why he does that. Or this is why he talks about what he wants to talk to. And then they'll say, you know what? I understand them now. Those are the people I'm talking to. The people who have ability to think and may be like, you know what? I never looked at it like that. And so I talk to those people because I still, even with the haters and the trolls, I still don't get offended. I still don't take it for, I don't get offended. I always believe people don't understand. Like, you don't understand. You just jump on somebody's platform who've been busting their ass to build this platform. And then you think you just hop in the comments and tell them what they should talk about this and I talk about that. Do you know how much work I put in for these 700,000 followers and these platforms on Facebook and this podcast? Wake my ass up every morning. I don't even have to get up early. I make myself get up early because people This has become therapeutic, not just for me, but for the people that listen to me. And I say this not even just for me, just for some of the people out there that may go on other people's platform and say shit and make judgments and this and that. And you're not looking from that other person's side, from that other person's point of view. See, when you bust your ass and you build something, how would you feel for people to tell you what to do with that? When none of their asses was around when it was being built. When I had 10 followers, didn't nobody give a shit what I talked about, except those 10 followers. Then you wait till I've quote unquote made it in this content creating space. And I'm getting millions of views every day. And I got hundreds of thousands and thousands of followers. Now you want to jump on board and tell me what I should do and what I shouldn't do. It's too late, motherfucker. Like my boy always said, it's way harder to jump on a bandwagon when that thing already rolling. And so I tell you all the time, all I care about as far as opinions is my podcast community, my Facebook community, my Instagram community, my TikTok community, and my YouTube community. Apple and Spotify, I can never forget them. They launched my podcast. But I care about what y'all think. But you motherfuckers who just pop in on a post, I ain't know your ass from a can of paint. You ain't never supported me. You didn't help me get here. You don't have the right. You haven't earned the right for me to give a fuck what you saying. Let me repeat that one more time. The person that just pop up because you just seen my content on your For You page or whatever, and you just popping in and you got all this criticism and all this what I should talk about and what I ain't doing or should be doing, you haven't earned the right for me to give a fuck. I got supporters like Tracy White. Tracy White has been supporting my podcast and my content for as long as I can remember. I don't know how long, but it's longer than I can remember when she started. Now, if she say something, oh, I'm going to listen. She say, Flo, man, something you didn't do this, or why you don't talk about this, or you should talk about that. I'm going to say, you know what, Tracy? I might look into that. Or I might say, I can't talk about that, or whatever. I don't mind people who held me down saying something, but these raggedy motherfuckers who don't do shit and you just come in with all type of criticism, I don't give a damn what you saying or what I should talk about or who I'm tearing down. Kick rocks with no socks and flip-flops. See, you got to put in work over here. You got to support. You got to be a supporter. You got to have my back like I got your back. Then I'm going to listen to you. Then my ears is open. But them ones that just, and I'm telling y'all the same way, don't let nobody just pop up in your life with all type of criticism and shit to say, and they ain't been around for the struggle or to help you through the struggle. Don't even give them the time of day. Only listen to people who have earned the right in your life. If they've been there when you were struggling, if they helped you when you was down, if they've been supporting your mission, oh yeah, listen to them. Accept their constructive criticism all day long. But don't let nobody just pop up in your life. All of a sudden, here they come with all they shit to say. And then don't let them come in there and thinking that they word supposed to weigh a ton. Your word is a feather. Your word is light as a feather. Sherelle says, I'm a white 70-year-old woman, and I look forward to your videos. I appreciate that. And that's always been a goal of mine. I want everybody to enjoy and learn from my content, whether you're 20 years old, whether you're 70 years old, black, white, women, men, got a lot of money, got a little bit of money, listen to country, listen to rap, listen to R&B, listen to gospel. You a Democrat, you a Republican, you like Trump, you hate Trump, you like Biden, you hate Biden. Everybody is welcome on the Flow Show No Filter. And I've been like that from the beginning, and I will always be like that. See, it ain't about what color you are, how much money you got, what your job is you old, are you young? It ain't about none of that. If you like what I bring to the table and enjoy it, and you want to see victims get justice, and you want to see messages that need to be amplified, I announce boycotts. I post missing women. I've recovered missing women. I've gotten cops locked up who are violating black men. The Goon Squad, look them up. They're about, 4 to 6 cops, and they got about 200 years between them. Yours truly made that happen down in Mississippi. If you are about shit like that, then welcome. If you don't care about stuff like that, then sayonara, and don't let the door hit you with a good Lord split you. It's simple around here. It ain't complicated. Who I am, who I represent, and what I'm about is clear as fucking day, because you get it every Monday through Friday. And if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, you get it there damn near every day. So for everybody, want you to know, I am not upset. I just like to be candid, and this is why it's called the Flow Show No Filter. It ain't called the Flow Show a little bit of filter, or it ain't called the Flow Show a tiny bit of filter, or the Flow Show 50% filter. It's called the Flow Show No Filter. And the reason why it's called No Filter is because I don't want to, if I want to talk about Jay-Z, I want to talk about Jay-Z. If I want to talk about the shit I'm going through, I'm going to talk about the shit I'm going through. If I want to tell everybody to pray for Grandma Kathy because she just getting a new hip, I want to talk about that. If I want to talk about some of my followers that's going through brain surgery, I want to talk about that. If I want to talk about my dog Juice, I want to talk about that. If I want to talk about my son and us going through what we going through with the mental health and all that, I want to talk about that. If I want to talk about fucking Democrats and Republicans, I'm going to talk about that. Whatever needs to be talked about, we going to talk about it. No filter. No filter. Oh, Tracy Davis. Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, Tracy. Let me shout out Tracy Davis. Tracy Davis has been a great supporter, and a lot of people follow me from the Michael Miller, and that Michael Miller story will always be a story that means a lot to me, and the people who have been following me since that story, they know my heart. They know that it don't matter what the victim look like. If the victim, the people don't know, real quick, Michael Miller was a story where she allegedly unalived herself. She had an abusive pastor husband named J.P. Miller, who a lot of people had something to do with it. And he's been indicted recently. And I literally made that story go viral. People don't even know that. The Michael Miller story was, nobody knew about the Michael Miller story. Somebody local to that town, the minute it happened, they sent me an email and said, hey, Flo, this young woman named Michael Miller, they're saying she unalived herself in the river, but a lot of people in the town feel like J.P. Miller, her pastor husband, has something to do with it. Can you amplify this story? I took that story, I did a little research, and I brought the Michael Miller story to the internet. Nobody had no idea about Michael Miller. I brought it to the internet and made it go viral and continued to push that story as far as I could push it and make people aware and hold people accountable. And the story got so big, people didn't even know I brought the fucking story. But that's just another example of me just taking my platform and using it for shit like that. So when I tell these stories or I make these explanations, these are for my newcomers. The people that have been around since day one before Diddy. See, a lot of the new people, they think I just do celebrity. Celebrity is just what I'm overwhelmed with right now. I do all stories. It's not just about celebrities. But if you only know me from celebrities, that just means you're new. And ain't nothing wrong with it. You'll get to know me. But the people who've been around since Michael Miller, since Rasheem Carter. Rasheem Carter was a black man, a young black man who was unalived in a little sundown town. And nobody knows what happened. I brought that story to the internet and let the world know about this man who was unalived for no reason. Rasheem Carter, Michael Miller, Riley Strain, Sebastian. All type of stories. So again, thank you to everybody. Today was just a vent session, podcast. We're going to see what's happening with Jay-Z, with the outcome with the Jay-Z and the rest of these Epstein files. Oh, and before we get out of here, see, a few people left already. See, sometimes you got to hang around. Sometimes you got to hang around to the very end because I almost forgot to let y'all know. I've heard through a little birdie has told me that y'all know how crazy this 3 million page batch of Epstein files was, right? Well, a little birdie has told me that the next batch they about to release is worse than this batch. Meaning maybe it's going to be more celebrity names, or maybe it's just going to be more evidence or crazier stories about the celebrities that have already been named. I don't know. But a little birdie has told me that this next batch of Epstein files that they are going to release is worse than everything that they have released so far. So hold your fucking horses. I repeat, Lil Birdie told me this next batch of Epstein files is going to be worse than anything has been released so far. So we will see what the hell happens. But other than that, y'all, this episode was a hot one. Sheesh.
Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. It's the Flow Show, baby. Giving you these thoughts, views, and opinions, making sure backsides covered, no diddy. Shout out to the Wake and Bakers and the Coffee Crew. From YouTube to Spotify, I love all my subscribers. Can't forget about the trolls in the comments. Thank you for putting extra eyes on the content. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in.